Oh, brother, this game sucks! How many more fucking Jumanji movies can they make? Jumanji the next level. Oh, scratch that. Jumanji the next retread. In fact, isn't that title unimaginative as fuck? That's like the Never-Ending Stories, a sequel's title, The Next Chapter. And so the next retread, directed by Jake Kasdan, director of Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle, that unnecessary sequel/reboot, and tells the story which copies Welcome to the Jungle all over again. When Spencer gets trapped in the game Jumanji, so our heroes from Welcome to the Jungle all return into their avatars, though the game is damaged and is fighting back. So it becomes a race against time to get to Spencer back to the real world, and the journey through Jumanji is exactly the same, the villains are exactly the same, and the characters are exactly the same. This sequel progresses fucking nothing in this franchise. For starters, I don't think that the 1995 original Jumanji with Robin Williams needed a reboot or sequel in the first place. Leave that wonderful classic alone. Welcome to the Jungle is one of the most overrated movies of 2017. Everybody surprisingly loved it. So I didn't love it. I just called it a passable sequel at best. But I didn't see the need for a sequel to it. So now Jake Kasdan wants to make his own Jumanji franchise, and do you know how rushed this sequel is? It was literally confirmed just 2 months after Welcome to the Jungle was released in February 2018, and production on the sequel began in January this year. So they completed this shitty sequel in less than a year. This studio don't realise that you don't rush movies if you want quality. But I'm flabbergasted how this movie has a generous 66% on Rotten Tomatoes, and how kind the critics are being to it. So the studio is maybe paying them a fuckload of cash to like this sequel, but I think everybody will agree that this sequel is entirely inferior to both the original Jumanji and its predecessor, Welcome to the Jungle. This is not only the worst Jumanji installment, this is one of my least favourite movies of 2019 overall. My God, I sat through 2 hours and 5 minutes of a fucking retread. This sequel it copies nearly everything from Welcome to the Jungle that you won't be able to tell which Jumanji movie are you talking about. It lacks any memorability and has no fucking identity of its own. And if this was an actual game in real life, that game would suck so bad that you would just want to grab your games console and smash it. The one and only redeeming quality I can see with this sequel is that there is nothing wrong with the cast. The cast are all giving it their all, and you could see that you could see their friendship on and off screen. They adore working with one another, from Karen Gillan to Dwayne Johnson and Jack Black, and my utmost sympathy goes out to each and every one of these cast members. Poor Karen Gillan. I mean, she gave her greatest performance to date in Avengers Endgame as Nebula, and this is how she follows up that magnificent role. Jack Black, he could have spent his time voicing Poe in a fingers crossed will happen Kung Fu Panda 4, but he picked Jumanji 2. Buzzy, you are a comedy legend. You should be commanding DreamWorks to greenlight Kung Fu Panda 4. This is a sequel that is the definition of the cheapest copycats. It was copying Welcome to the Jungle all over again. I mean, you could see why this sequel isn't justifying its existence. I mean, what more can you do with Jumanji? Unless you can think of a plot which doesn't involve them going inside the video game and jungle all over again, you can do nothing more with it. And the next retread is also comedy at its worst. It thinks it's as hilarious as Welcome to the Jungle, but it's delusional. It's fucking fooling itself with its comedy. I mean, there's not a single joke here which even comes close to Jack Black's character. He's playing a female character in a male's body, so she is shocked that she now has a penis, and even the levels in Jumanji this time are all been there, done that. They face jungle animals in the first Jumanji, so what makes us think they will have any issue getting past them this time? Like there's one level where they need to cross this bridge that's full of these Mandarin monkeys. Well, I will give the visual effects artist that at least the CGI Mandarins here look a little more lifelike than the shitty CGI'd Rafiki in the Lion King remake. But that is the most microscopic compliment you could ever give. They're still half-assed. The villains are an atrociously awful joke. In fact, they are even worse villains than the villains from Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle. These villains stink even harder than animal turds. Whenever these villains are on screen, you just want to get an air freshener and spray everywhere to make you feel better. The Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle and next retread villains may be some of the worst movie villains of all time. There, I said it. And while I guess the very end isn't as predictable as I thought, at least there is one character that transforms into a horse and stays in Jumanji permanently while the others go back to the real world. But still, one thing that you didn't see coming in a script that is riddled with the phrase predictability doesn't redeem the entire movie by any stretch. So overall, Jumanji The Next Retread is the definition of a sucky, shitty sequel that didn't need to be made. This is the one movie this December that I would strongly recommend skipping. I give Jumanji The Next Retread 1 star out of 5. Fuck this movie. Well, that was a fun rant and a half. Fingers crossed that Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker should destroy this sequel financially, and there will be no Jumanji 3. Well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this rant. And what are your thoughts on Jumanji The Next Level? Please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow me on Twitter and on Instagram. And I'll see you next time when I continue Star Wars Month. And remember, movies are us. Bye, guys.